Hey guys, welcome again to my YouTube channel. So once again, I'll be teaching you how to pass every single prop firm challenge out there. Like when I mean every single challenge, I really mean every single challenge, every single prop firm challenge out there. I'll be teaching you 5 strategies, 5 things that you need to bear in mind before you actually take on any of those challenges and how to pass them. I've been able to pass 3 challenges in a space of like 1 month. I've been able to pass, get a live account. I'm at the stage 2 of another live account. Okay, so this is a proven strategy. Okay, I've been able to interview a few of my friends who have been able to pass the challenges. A few of my really good traders have taken the challenge and have been making money from this for a very long while. Okay, so I found out that there are actually 5 things that is consistent with all my friends. Okay, these are actually 5 factors that I noticed that is actually consistent with all the traders that I interviewed that have passed the prop firm challenges in the past. Okay, so these are proven steps. So this video is a product of research. Okay, this is a product of study. This is a product of a close study, quite few people anyway, but however, this is a proven strategy. This is a proven factor that you need to take into consideration before taking any of the challenges. Okay, so you are in for the best 10 minutes of your life, I can assure you that. Okay, so now before we jump right into this video, like seriously, if this is the first time you're seeing my face, man, of course you got to subscribe to this channel. I come on here every single week to do an analysis of the trades I'm hoping to take the following week. It's called the Forex Weekly Analysis, so you definitely not want to miss those videos. Okay, it's really awesome, it's really amazing. Okay, so also I come on here to share like really clean values on the forex market and how I make money on the forex market on almost like on a daily basis right now. So you subscribe to this channel, click on the notification icon so that you don't miss any of those videos going forward. Okay, and of course give this video tons of man, so your life is about to change like right away. Okay, so let's jump right into the 5 tips, 5 master keys if you must pass the MFF, any prop firm challenge at all. How to pass all the prop firms if you're a good trader. Okay, so let's start up with number 1. Number 1 is very simple. This is like the easiest. This is like a no-brainer. Number 1, you need to be a good trader. Number 1, of course you need to be a good trader. Like seriously, unless you actually want to pass the challenges with maybe a robot, or let's say you have an expert advisor, an indicator, or third party software somewhere that actually want to help you to pass the test. Besides that, this video is actually for those who are actually like good traders or aspiring good traders, actually just testing out their skills in the evaluation of prop firms. Okay, so to be a good trader, of course you need to have some experience in the trading game. Now if you're not a good trader but you're hoping to actually take one of these challenges and of course pass the challenge, do the trial with demo, give yourself that challenge. Like in 30 days I'm supposed to make 8% or 10%, whatever the prop firm challenge is. Give yourself that challenge on a demo account. Fund the amounts that you actually in a demo account, funded with the amount that you actually want to go for the evaluation. Do a test for yourself. Okay, challenge yourself to do that if you're able to do it on a demo, because one of the most important things you need to actually take on any of these challenges is confidence. You need the confidence. If you don't have the confidence if you don't have the confidence of knowing that you've done this before, or you're able to do this challenge, you've passed similar challenges before, when you have like a drawdown of let's say 1%, 2%, 3%, you might go on rampage trading and just trade, like takes very irresponsible trade, and of course fail the challenge. Okay, so first thing is you need to be a good trader. Okay, that's a no-brainer. Number two is you need to understand that this is a competition, man. You're not here because I see a lot of the reasons why people are failing the challenge, because I also interviewed people that actually failed the challenge and I got to find out their reasons for failure and all of that. I found out that they are not conscious of the fact that this is actually a challenge. On a normal day, if you're trading on a normal account, there's no time frame to it. Yours is just to make profit. If you make profit in 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, is still profit. But now you have a limited time to make a particular amount of money. It becomes a challenge. So your approach to passing a prop firm should be, this is actually a challenge. I'm here to pass a challenge. I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to just trade like every normal trader out there. It is a challenge. Okay, knowing that it is a challenge brings you to the 3rd step and the 3rd key. Number 3 is you need to have a plan. Now you know that this is actually a competition, this is actually a challenge. Next thing you need to do is set a plan. Okay, now let me tell you what a plan is and the way I actually set plan. For instance, let's say we're going for a $100,000 account or 200. Okay, let's go with a $100,000 account now, and I know that on the first phase I'm supposed to make 8%. Now there are more than 1,000 ways that I can make that 10%. Okay, but here is usually my plan. My plan is I risk 1.5%. My initial plan is to pass it with actually 2 trades. Okay, that's my initial plan, and I shared on this channel how I was able to pass with 2 trades, when this was just one single example of where the plan actually played out exactly the way I wanted. I passed the second phase of it, one of the challenges, with just 2 trades. It's here on this channel, I mean, for you to watch. It's nothing, I'm not faking anything right here. Okay, so here's my first this is my third pattern. I risk 1.5%. I risk 1.5% in a high probability trade. Emphasis on high probability trades that you know that if it doesn't work out, just know that either the market makers are against you or it just didn't work, but the chances that it work are like 90%. So you need to be patient to wait for those kind of opportunities to come. Okay, high probability trades and risk to reward. Those are the 2 things to inculcate in your plan. Only take high probability trades and have a good risk reward. So I'm risking 1.5. The plan is to risk 1.5 to make 3%. And once I make 3%, I risk the whole 3% I've made to make 6%. 9% is already made. Okay, that's my initial plan, but I also have alternative plans if it doesn't work out the way it happens. I shared on this channel where it actually worked out exactly. I risked the first trade, I made like 4.5%. I risked the second one, made about I think 1.5 or 2% or so. That completed the challenge for me with just one single extra trade I had to just scalp off. Okay, it is on this channel. Okay, so this is actually what a plan looks like. I'm risking 1.5% to make 3%. If I make the 3%, I risk the whole 3% to make 6% on a risk to reward 1:2. Okay, I always advise my Forex Bootcamp class students that never take a trade that does not have the potential of giving you 1:2. Even if it can give you, even if you want to take 1:1, if the trade does not have the potential of giving you 1:2, do not take that trade. Do not take it. I might not go into details of why that is so. I think I've done a video like that on this channel too, but however, have a concrete plan. Now if that first plan doesn't work out, in a situation where for instance I risk 1.5% and I lose 1.5%, the next step is to risk 1%. I risk 1% to make 2%. If I make 2% back, I've recovered the 1.5% I lost and I'm on 0.5% profit. What do? I start all over again. I risk a 1.5% again. Now if your trading edge is like really good, for instance my trading edge gives me 65% win, not 70, 65% win, but on a very good trading, because there's sometimes where your trading strategy is just on fire. You can't tell why. Like it feels like you're immortal. You just take like 9 trades, smash all of them, take profit. But there are also times when you might just take like 4 straight losses, 6 straight losses. These things happen in Forex market. Okay, so my trading strategy gives me like 65% win rate. So I trust the strategies I've used over 5 years. Okay, so once I'm back to 0.5% profit, I go back to start risking 1.5, and if 1.5 works, I risk 3% to make 6%. Now here's another alternative scenario, because you have to have like maybe 6, 7, 8, 10 of alternative plans if it doesn't work out the way you initially planned. Okay, now you take let's assume we take the 1.5 and it losses, we do 1% and we regain back, we continue from the initial plan. Okay, but now here's another scenario where you risk 1.5%, you lost it, risk another 1% and you lost it. Now what do you do next? Now here is my own personal style of doing this. I actually risk another 1.5%. now this is because I've been able to trust my strategy. I know that when I have like 2, 3, 4 losses like that, like there's a win around the corner. My strategy rarely loses like 4 times straight. It is possible. I've had those kind of bouts of losses, but like really rare. Okay, so most times I just risk another 1.5. okay, if that doesn't work out, now I chill like take a serious chill pill. Okay, take a chill pill, maybe rest, take a day off. Now when you're coming back to the market, you're coming back with a mindset of, I'm only here to take the highest probability. Now the initial idea was to take only high probability trade, but this next time probably you're down. At this point now you're down, you lost 1.5%, lost another 1%, lost another 1%. That's like about 4% down. Okay, you're like 4% down right now, man. You're out here to take the highest probability of trades, the one that there's no market maker that can just manipulate that kind of trade, right? So you need patience now at this point, because you don't need to go down like below 6%, 7, 8, 10% before you start taking caution. Okay, so now you're going to take just risk another 1%, but at this time you're risking 1:3, because at this time you are now down. You're having a drawdown. You're like 4% down. You need to have regain back at least 3%. So you're risking 1%, but on a 1:3 risk reward strictly, and stick to it. Okay, so these are just samples of what a trading plan has. So that's why if you don't have a trading plan, you just take rubbish trade. You'll be trading out of emotion. Maybe the challenge is, let's say you just have let's say 2 weeks to go. You're now under pressure to take all the trades in the world for you to recover the money, and guess what? You just lose more. Okay, this is forex for you. It's like, there are spirits involved in this market. So by the time, anytime you're under pressure, just know that you're about to lose money right away. Okay, so that's just it for a trading plan. Okay, now number 4, stick to a strategy. I already told you that I have a strategy that works, and I've tested it. Or if you don't have a strategy that works, just forget the evaluation. If you don't have a strategy that you can trust, that the worst case scenario, you don't lose the account, last maybe the time for the challenge passes, but for losing the account, never. Okay, so you need to have a strategy and stick to your strategy. Stick to your strategy. Don't jump from strategy to another strategy just because you have a limited time to actually pass the challenge. Okay, because that's one advantage these guys, the prop firms, actually have over traders. Okay, they know that once they give you a time limit, you're under pressure. Okay, you're under pressure to fit in. So anything that works, you're just ready to just jump in. Okay, but don't do that. Okay, that's number 4. Number 5, I said this was going to be 10 minutes, but this is already sipping into 11-12 minutes, so I'll just round it up immediately. Now number 5 is this: resist every form of pressure. Resist every form of pressure. Now this is what happens, especially when you pass the first stage. The second stage is a little bit more psychological, because normally the first stage you have like a shorter time to make a higher percentage. Now the second stage you now have longer time to make like a shorter percentage. So most people are now they are now like, okay, we're almost there, like let me just quickly move this thing to the live account. So they are now under pressure. The second stage, actually you're more under pressure than on the first stage, especially if you're not a professional trader, because this is a psychological game. I've told you guys in this channel, forex is a psychological game. If you not watch that video, I think that's one of my most viral video at the moment. Forex is hard. You need to go watch that video if you're just watching like this is your first time on this channel. So you need to go watch that video. So this is actually a psychological game, and that's why these guys have the advantage. They have the upper hand. Almost 85% of traders taking challenges are always failing it, because they don't understand this is a psychological game. They're trying to play a psychological game on you, and if you don't have the upper hand, if you don't have the maturity in this market, you just keep I know people have taken the challenge like 7, 8, 10 times, okay, but they just keep losing money. But however, if you know how to resist these negative emotions, know how to resist the pressure to pass the challenge, just trade as professional as you can. Don't be under pressure to pass the challenge. However, make sure you trade like every day. That's if you don't pass the challenge in a very short while, like people like myself, okay, but don't be under pressure. Okay, I know people that have passed the challenge in like the final week they had, that was the week they passed the challenge. So I told you guys I interviewed a few people that have passed the challenge before doing this video. So these 5 things I shared with you are actually something that I found I was consistent, and all the traders I actually interviewed that passed the challenge. Okay, so let me do a quick recap. Number 1, of course, be a good trader. Okay, do your practice, okay, before you take on the valuation. Number 2, understand that this is a competition, so come in here with a competition mentality. You're not here just to trade casually. It's not a casual thing, okay? So if your money is worth worth anything to you, give it a competitive approach. Okay, number 3, have a concrete plan and have alternative plans. If your initial plan doesn't work out, have a plan, and most importantly, stick to your plan. Okay, now there are two factors under this plan that you need to have, bear in mind. Number one is take only high probability trades. High emphasis on high probability. Don't be under pressure just to take any trade. Take only high probability trades. Okay, sometimes I'll have have my watch list, because I have a watch list of like 18 currency pairs that I trade off every single day, and sometimes I have like 3 trades that I'm actually looking at, but I do a comparison of each of the trades to see the one that will most probably work out, and I take one trade at a time because I want to know the outcome of this trade before I take another trade. Okay, because I have to stick to my plan. So how would I know that this one is not going to give me 2% or 1.5% if I don't allow it to actually play out the way I want? So you have to be patient. Take one trade at a time. Okay, so I take a trade, it doesn't work out, I take another trade, sticking to my plan and my alternative plan. So that's the first factor, high probability trades. And number 2, risk to reward. Never risk 1:1. This is a competition right here, guys. You have to give yourself the advantage. Okay, you have to make the money fast because you have a shorter time to make the amount of money. So it is not like a casual thing. You have to risk 1:2, at least 1:2 minimum, and be patient to wait for your 1:2 to play out. Okay, I've told you guys on this channel, for instance, if you have a 10 kilometer race to run and I have like a 20 kilometer race to run, if we run at same pace, it will take me longer time, because I have 20 kilometers to run, you have 10 kilometers to run, it will take me a longer time. So if you're doing a 1:2, the typical time it takes to do a 1:2 will take longer time. The trade might not open and close in one day, might have to wait for 2-3 days. It takes patience to hit like higher risk to reward, so have that patience. Okay, now number 4, stick to one strategy. This is not a time to jump from one strategy to another. Have a specific strategy and stick to it. Don't be under pressure to jump to another strategy when you see that you have like limited time to complete the challenge. Okay, number 5, resist pressure. This is a psychological game. If they're able to get into your mind, you've already lost it. If they're able to play your mind, they're able to put you under that pressure to make the money, you have already lost it. Okay, so this is a psychological game. Protect your mind, protect your emotions, make sure your emotions are intact. So with these 5 things, man, I don't see any reason that should stop you from passing any single prop firm challenge at all. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If you are yet to subscribe to this particular video, like seriously, man, did I offend you or something? Subscribe to this channel. I do videos like this like almost on a daily basis right now, because I notice a lot of people are lacking in a lot of very necessary areas in the forex market. So I'm here to actually bridge the gap and help you to become profitable faster. Okay, so click on the subscribe button, click on the thumbs up, also click on the notification icons, and every single time I do a video like this, you are the first to see it. So cheers guys, have a wonderful time trading. Cheers, bye.